Okay, so the other day I was eating some lemon pepper wings, and as I was doing that, I remembered Lemon Pepper Lou Williams and the story of him leaving the bubble. And when I thought about the bubble, I remembered that was a line from Jaylen Brown about, like, some days you see Donovan Mitchell and you think, man, I really don't want to see Donovan Mitchell. So then I thought about number one, Donovan Mitchell, player who has played in both the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. He was in the East last year, but he was in the West during the bubble. And also about Jaylen Brown's current new teammate, LeBron James, who has also played in both the East and the West, and unlike Donovan Mitchell, has won a ring in both conferences. And my brain just kind of started to go, how many NBA players have actually done that? There's a select amount of NBA players who have actually won a championship. Less that have won multiple championships. Less that have won championships with multiple teams. But how many players have actually won a championship in each conference, in both the East and the West? So what I did at first was I just went onto Wikipedia. And I was like, okay, I want to find a list of players who have won multiple championships, and then just look at their list of teams and see, okay, there's a team from the East, team from the West, you're on the list. So I found it was players with the most amount of championships, and it started at 11 with Bill Russell and went all the way down to players with 3. I don't remember everyone there, but I think it was Kevin Looney, Patrick McCaw, who was the third one? And then Danny Green. I think were the 3 listed at 3 championships. There might have been more, might have been less. It didn't name players with 2. And I was like, okay, there are probably some players who have only won 2 titles that would fit this list. And pretty quickly, I'm like, well, yeah, there definitely are. There's Kawhi, there's Wilt, there's Bill Walton. Okay, so now I need to find a list of players that have only won 2 championships. And I found something, I don't remember what the name of the site was, but it gave me only some results. I had to pay, I think, to get the others. I'm not going to do this. But on basketballreference.com, I was able to find a list of players and coaches who have won championships with multiple teams, and then from there was able to do the same thing of determining who won in the multiple teams. Were these in different conferences? So I would just like to share my findings. I don't know if anyone will care about this, but it was just something I thought of a couple days ago, did a bunch of research into it yesterday. I just kind of want to share it. But before I get into the list proper, I have to name 3 players who I thought counted, but they don't. Number 1 is Kareem. Kareem has 6 championships with 2 different teams, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm like, okay, well, the Bucks are in the East, Lakers are in the West. Kareem's a shoo-in for this list. However, when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, better known as Lou Alcindor at that time, won a championship in Milwaukee, Milwaukee played for the West, did not play for the East. So while the Bucks are now an Eastern Conference team, Kareem has never actually won a ring in the Eastern Conference, so he doesn't count. The other 2 players are Slater Martin and Jack Coleman, both of which won a ring with the St. Louis Hawks. Their other teams were in the West. Slater Martin played for the Lakers, Jack Coleman played for the Rochester Royals, who we now know as the Sacramento Kings. Both teams from the West. The Hawks, nowadays in Atlanta, Eastern Conference team. So Hawks, that totally counts. However, when I looked it up, the St. Louis Hawks played in the Western Division. So both of them have won a ring with 2 different teams. However, while one is now in the East, wasn't at the time, so they don't count. So now getting to the list proper, I found 24 players and 3 coaches. So I'll go over the coaches really quick. Phil Jackson, easy, Bulls and Lakers. Pat Riley, easy, Lakers and the Heat. And then you have Alex Hannum, with the St. Louis Hawks. So yeah, the Hawks keep repeating who are in the West, and then also with the 76ers from the East. And then getting into the list of players, you have Ron Harper winning with the Bulls and Lakers, Steve Kerr with the Bulls and Spurs, Will Perdue also with the Bulls and Spurs, John Sally with the Pistons, Bulls, and Lakers, Horace Grant with the Bulls and Lakers, Shaq with the Lakers and the Heat, LeBron. Sorry, I'm laughing because I have a cast, so I've been typing with one hand. So I see instead of LeBron, because I've been jank, it just says LeBron. I think with Shaq, it's the Lakers and the Beat because I pissed the button. Sorry, just it's funny to me. But LeBron with the Heat, Cavs, and Lakers. Clyde Lovellette with the Lakers and Celtics. Paul Silas with the Celtics and the Sonics. Mitch Kupchak with the Bullets and the Lakers. I did check. I believe the Washington Bullets were from the East. Dennis Johnson with the Sonics and the Celtics. Sam Cassell with the Rockets and the Celtics. Patrick McCaw with the Warriors and the Raptors. Danny Green with the Spurs, Raptors, Lakers. Kawhi Leonard with the Spurs and the Raptors. Arnie Risen with the Rochester Royals and the Celtics. Bill Walton with the Blazers and the Celtics. Wilt with the Sixers and the Lakers. Bob Dandridge with the Bucks and the Bullets. Charles Johnson with the Warriors and the Bullets. Earl Cureton with the Sixers and the Rockets. Lindsey Hunter with the Lakers and the Pistons. Wait, I had Mitch Kupchak on there twice. Oops. I guess there were only 23 guys. And then Walt Davis with the Philadelphia Warriors and the St. Louis Hawks. That was it. I like I said, I don't know if anyone would care or find that interesting. I did, so I looked it up, and there you go.